What's up, fam? It's your boy Harvey. I'm sitting here thinking about my biggest challenge, right? That I had to overcome as a Dope-fiend. My biggest challenge was overcoming myself. You know, self-limiting beliefs and things like that. You know, fear of changing, right? Fear of changing, you know? Fear of changing myself, right? Because, you know, how I might have been perceived when I got around my peers after I changed and things like that, right? But I got to the point, right, where so much shame was involved, right? And I was beat down so far, right, that I got fed up, right? That I got fed up and it didn't matter no more, right? You know, I decided to, you know, just say enough is enough. That's it. I'm changing, you know. I made that decision, you know. I found my voice, right? And opened up. I found my voice, right? And opened up in front of a group of people, right? And I let it be known, right, that I wasn't gonna be no junkie no more, you know, no dope fiend, that I was fed up and I was through, right? You know, and once I did that, you know, because I had never opened up like that, right? You know, and spoke with authority about, you know, how I was gonna, you know, conduct myself, you know, how I was gonna be, you know. I never spoke it into existence like that before, right? You know, because of my limiting beliefs, you know, about self, right? You know, I was afraid, you know, to change, right? But like I say, I got to that point, right, where I got so beat down, right? You know what I mean? And I ain't like what I was going through, you know. There was so much, you know, shame involved, and I was going through so much, right? You know, like I say, mental anguish and things like that, you know, and, you know, failure, you know, time and time again. And I just got to the point, right, that, you know, I didn't like, you know, the space I was in, right? I didn't like the space I was, you know, that I had fallen to, right? So I overcame that situation, you know, by finding my voice, man, and speaking out, you know, against, you know, the old way, you know, of doing things, right? Basically, you know, said that I'm not gonna be that way anymore, you know. You know, in spite of all that's going on outside of me, I'm not going, you know, let that stop me from changing, you know, whatever anybody might would think or whatever, really. But it really didn't matter though, because for real, now that I look back at it, it was all about me anyway, you know. Whatever I decided to do, you know, I had authority in that situation. All I had to do was find my voice, you know, and speak into existence who I was going to be, you know. And it was simple as that. But once I made up my mind and I got fed up, right, you know, and decided that I wasn't going to, you know, be a junkie or a drug addict anymore, everything else just fell in place, you know. I was able to move forward, right, and build from that point, you know, a new life for myself, you know. It was easy for me to change my behavior patterns once I made up my mind, right? You know, about, you know, that whole situation, right? You know what I mean? The circumstances that came with it and everything. It was easy for me to, you know, to be able to deal with things, you know, from a whole different perspective. Once I decided, right, like never before, to be serious about making my mind up, you know, and decide to change, you know. You know, I opened up and decided to change, and that was it. I wasn't afraid of, you know, not being able to get high anymore or whatever the case may be, you know. I wasn't afraid of, you know, I didn't, you know, get weak-hearted and faint or none of that stuff, you know. I went forward, you know, because I made up my mind, right? I made up my mind and I spoke it into the universe, right? That I wasn't going to be no junkie no more. But yeah, fam, I just wanted to give a little something on, the biggest challenge I had to overcome was myself back in the day, my self-limiting beliefs and things like that, and peer pressure or whatever the case may be from, my circle, people that got high and things like that. But yeah, fam, I just wanted to give a little something on that, my biggest challenge was overcoming myself. All right, fam, that's it.